You should be thinking about what are the one, maybe two stats I need on X kind of champion, on my DPS, on my support, on my healer, on my tank. What is the stat I need to focus, and how can I get as much of that on it as possible? It's that simple. How the heck are you, folks? It is day 12 in our free-to-play series for the great game Watcher of Realms. My name is Fastidious, and we've got a guide today on gearing. So how do you properly gear your champions? However, I want to articulate that the focus of this is on the basics, and it's focused on early to the late part of early game accounts. So I mean, you only have a couple 6 stars, you don't have very much mythic, not much red gear. What are the basics? How do you go about just setting yourself up in a straightforward way for success? Without further ado, let's hop on in.
Fastidious.
Fastidious.
Let's jump right in, guys. We are here on the free-to-play account. The day just switched over from day 12 to day 13, so we've completed 12 full days in our free-to-play series for Watcher of Realms, and I think this is the perfect moment, based on our progress, that I think a lot of you can relate to, where we are going to transition from these very early basic gearing builds to our champions to maybe slightly more developed nuance builds. So I want to reflect on these first 12 days and go over what I think are the primary tenets, the basics to gearing your heroes in this game in the early game. So if you have a much more advanced account, if you've been farming stage 18 or stage 19 gear raids, yes, this is not maybe the video for you. Maybe you could still learn something, but this is the basics, right? So we are at the transitory part in our account. We're gonna start putting a different level of thought and come at our builds from a different angle. But right now, I want to talk to you about how I've been building my champions to this point, and that has led to what I think is a lot of success for us. We're 12 days in. I'll do a very quick run through for anyone that's new to the channel. I'm not going to go through every one of these, but you can see we've done at least 15, if not extreme 1, on every single one of the promotion raids. I have guides for all of that. Resource raid, very comfortable on stage 7. Gold raid, stage 6. So XP for 7, 6 for gold. We can 1 ticket Nightmare 1. We can get the lowest chest, nearly the reward number 2 for Nightmare 2. And obviously we can do 1 ticket or 1 rune on hard. For gear raid, let's jump in this really quickly. We're stuck on 13, but we've done stage 12, which we farmed for gear raid 2. For gear raid 1, it's the exact same thing. And for gear raid 3, we've done stage 10. We're stuck on 11 at the moment. Artifact material, kind of same story. We farmed stage 11. And finally, faction trials, just your general progress. We've been farming stage 5. And actually, I'm almost done with Watcher, but this is the only fact. I think this is all of our best faction at the beginning because we have the most champions for it. Okay, I think that gives you a sense. We've made a lot of progress in less than 2 weeks, and a lot of that is because of this kind of the basics I've applied to gearing my champions, and it's really simple. Don't overthink it. At the beginning, you're not gonna have a lot of gear. You're just gonna need to deal with what you've got, and you won't have time to do these really thoughtful, creative builds of how do I balance, figure out this puzzle of, oh, my damage deal, I need the right amount of attack balanced with the right amount of crit damage. Will we be doing that soon? I sure hope. Will we be doing that eventually? Absolutely. That is how you're going to min-max their damage. However, at this point, it's not what you should be thinking about. You should be thinking about what are the 1, maybe 2 stats I need on X kind of champion, on my DPS, on my support, on my healer, on my tank. What is the stat I need to focus, and how can I get as much of that on it as possible? It's that simple. So let's jump right in. Let's talk about damage dealers. Let's talk about Nyx. She's maybe a bit more fun because she probably has our most robust build on the account, even if maybe Amani's wearing slightly better gear. I mean, you can't argue with this number. Over an additional 8,000 attack on her, so that's coming out to just under 12k attack. And it's really was a decently thoughtless process. There's a couple things I'm going to highlight, but basically this is Nyx. She's a damage dealer, and like nearly every damage dealer in the game, this could change. There's a couple HP involved damage dealers, but for the vast majority, damage dealing equals, okay, let's get a lot of attack on that champion. Nyx is no different. So she's got a lot of BP, I think pretty good for less than 2 weeks into the account. Just over 44,000 and a lot of attack. So how did we get all that attack on her? Well, you're never gonna guess it. We got attack percentage bonus, and then attack percentage bonus, and then over here, attack percentage bonus. And then here we have an attack percentage set bonus with plus 10% attack. We have attack percentage bonus, and of course, attack percentage bonus. You don't need to overthink it much more than that. When you have a fully built champion and they have a nice pool of their main stat, so for her it's attack, it's gonna scale off percentage, and you wanna get as high a percentage as possible. So we don't have the best gear in the world. She has a couple red pieces, but don't think too hard about that. This one was free from the hero's path, and this one was a lucky drop, but even not the greatest rolls in the world. This could have been an unbelievable piece, but that 3.5% crit is very sad. But all the thought that really went into this was, okay, attack percentage bonus. Do we have one with a flat attack? I think we only had one, and Amani's wearing it. She's not having it. Here, attack percentage bonus. Oh, look, we can pick up some flat attack. Really cool. A little crit. That's gravy, right? And then finally, attack percentage bonus. A huge crit roll. Are we happy about that? Absolutely. Was it needed at this point? No. It's just, that's gravy. It's a bonus. No pun intended. So it's really that simple. Here, you might be wondering, like, Fastidious, why do you have a purple piece of gear? You have a couple red pieces. Like, I could put, this piece on here, like it's the same set, blah, blah, blah. Well, I'll show you. Let's actually, this is a perfect example. Let's look at this piece we have on Komodo. I think was the other free piece. Actually, it has to be the other free mythic piece we got from the Hero's Path. And it's from Savage Set, right? So here we have this piece. It's not the best rolls in the world, low crit rate, not the highest attack percentage bonus, but the 10.5% plus the big primary stat at plus 16 with the plus 10% from the Savage Strike set. It's a usable piece, so we wanted a chest to match it. Let's contrast these two. So this is a plus 8 piece compared to a plus 12 red piece over here. However, this has a really healthy 17.5% attack percentage bonus roll, and then a very good flat attack roll of 452. Some quick maths. We have a base attack right now of 3821. So this 452 is over 10% bonus, right? So if you want to convert this to a percentage, this would be like 12% or something, right? So you can think of this as nearly 30% attack bonus we're getting in subs. So once you figure that out, you can do a quick anecdotal thing just to place it, just to see for yourself. But we're at 8041 now. We put that better piece on, we plummet to 7258, right? That's huge. That's really significant. We have no attack percentage bonus on this piece, and the flat attack's lower. So don't get wooed and seduced, I guess, by maybe appropriate when we're talking about the vampiress, however you say it, champion, by the pretty red color versus the boring purple color, the mythic versus the epic, because when you can get that combination of attack plus attack percentage, it's a lot better, So this piece, again, look at this piece. Let's do one more source of comparison. So I'm gonna be telling you very shortly, guys, don't focus hard on sets, but when the sets just line up for you like this does, then use them. So we have this piece on Nocturne. Let's compare. I would say it's actually really close, but maybe arguably slightly better. We have an extra 1.5% attack bonus here, and then we lose, what is this, like 70 attack? So 70 out of the 380. Oh my God, this is some real math right now. I can't do the math. 1/50th, right? So it's like 2% more. So it basically gonna even out a bit, right? But we're gonna lose the big bonus. So actually, even if these pieces are comparable in terms of how much attack they're doing, I did opt to go for the set because look at the drop off, right? We're at 8041 all the way to 7645, excuse me. So don't get wooed by the pretty colors. Sometimes a purple piece is just as good, even when you start to get a little bit better gear, even if it's not great. And I want to just quickly talk about one more thing that's super important. So we're talking about right now, we mentioned Amani and we've been focusing on Nyx. These are fully built champions. Like, yeah, Nyx is at level 55, not 60, but she's full 6 stars. That's where a huge stat boost comes from. 6 stars of promotion. She's got a really healthy pool, like we said, of the base stat we need for her damage dealing, over 3,800 attack. But what happens when we're dealing with a champion that doesn't have that same thing? So I took the ring off so I could articulate this example. So here we have Theoin, right? So he's only got a base of 1970 to attack. He is a damage dealer, but there's some utility here. So his base attack doesn't scale as he gets higher and higher as much as those other 2 champions. And on top of that, of course, he's not 6-star. He's just 5 stars of promotion at level 50. So you might think, okay, attack percentage bonus is better. You might be coming from other games like Raid Shadow Legends or something where you were taught flat stat means sell it or put it in the trash, right? That's not the case here, and I'm gonna just demonstrate that quite clearly. We're just gonna compare. So let's pull this up. Let's hide equipped. I already unequipped these to get ready. So here we have a flat attack piece, and I wanna find one without attack percentage bonus if I can. Actually, for him, we do want some attack percentage bonus just to really drive the point home. So here we go. We got a nice piece here, right? A nice, this is the one I want to use. Just so there's not the attack speed to think about as well. So we've got flat attack, so at plus 12 on a legendary piece, that's 525, and then a pretty nice 16% bonus. So let's throw that on. And you're thinking flat stats on my 5-star, 5 stars of promotion champion. What a drag, right? So we're up to 3605. Now let's put an attack percentage piece on him, wherever that is hiding. I know, oh, maybe I re-equipped it to someone. Yes, I put it on I. Oh, nope, that is not right. Where are you? Oh my God. All right, let's just use the one from Nyx for an example. Okay, we'll use this to articulate. So Theowen, he's at plus 360 in this piece right here, right? So he's getting 525 as like the flat stat that we have as the primary, and then the nice secondary of 16%. Now let's contrast that with 34%. Some of you might have already like done a quick calculation in your head, and you can tell that this piece is going to be better. Now, why is that? We're working with a much smaller pool of base stat that the bonus can scale off of, right? So we're at less than 2,000. So even if it was 2,000, 525 would be over 25% if it was an attack percentage bonus stat. So basically it's a 9% difference, plus we're getting 16% down here. So we're getting over 40% of bonus here compared to 34%. So now that I've articulated that, we shouldn't be surprised when we throw this piece on and it goes from 36 down to 34, 36, right? So it's definitely worth at the beginning not shying away from these flat stats, and then to articulate that even further, what if your champion wasn't even, because this is a kind of built champion for early on, you know, it's pretty early in, and he's like our 4th marksman, but we still have him level 50, 5 stars of promotion. But what if it's someone who's not nearly as built? So here's a mage we really don't use. She has like no gear on her basically. So here we have she's got base attack of 1446, and she's only 3 stars of promotion and only level 40. So I haven't even started her up to 5 stars. I probably never will unless something changes that I haven't thought about. So I put this flat attack piece on her just to demonstrate there's no attack percentage bonus because I really want to drive this point home. We're just going to do a straight comparison when a champion is not super built up, whether flat attack is better than attack bonus, whether a flat stat is better than a percentage this early on. So let's go to attack percentage bonus. Let's take the same piece from Theowen. So there's no flat attack sub here and there's no attack percentage sub here, right? So it's just a straight apples to apples comparison. You can kind of already do the math. We're only working with 1,400, 34%. It's going to be less, right? It drops down to 492. Not drastic, but the flat primary is better. So you really need to be thinking, like for sure you know now, a flat primary with an attack bonus, with a percentage bonus, is going to be way better than just an attack bonus and then a primary roll. Moreover, an attack percentage bonus with a really big flat attack secondary roll, that could be better. So don't shy away and try it out and see. Okay? I also want to quickly say when we're on this topic, let's use Amani now. You'll see here, she's wearing all this gear. This is a coincidence over here that she's wearing a full piece of Iron Fortress of plus 15% defense. It has nothing to do with defense. It's a bonus, but like it's gravy, right? It's an add-on, but we don't care. We were going for this huge 21% attack bonus roll, and then this huge 20% attack bonus roll. That's all it came down to. We don't care about the set. We care that from these two pieces, we're getting a whopping 41% attack bonus on top of the main stat here on the weapon, 525. But so that's a full set. Here we have all broken pieces, no set. Same deal on Nyx, right? On Nyx, we just took this off, but if you guys remember, I'll just put it back on just to really drive the point home. I think, yeah, I is wearing it now. Also, you might be seeing why is Fastidious not using this nice mythic attack percentage bonus piece. It's because I just pulled this. I pulled this like an hour ago, and I'm not leveling it yet. But yes, this piece will be better. And we will, of course, will level it up. Hopefully we get some nice rolls. Okay, but you might look here. Again, totally broken pieces. When I say broken, they're not fulfilling a role in completing a set. Because it's not about that right now. If we could make a fatality set so we get an extra 3% attack and ignore 12% of a target's defense and magic resistance and all the stats were great, would we do it? Sure, but we can't. So don't worry about sets early on. Worry about just pumping the right stats. And then when you get to eventually, you get a little further, maybe you have a character like Amani, who's got a cool passive skill where she starts with a chunk of crit rate, crit damage, and attack for the first 20 seconds she's deployed. Then yeah, let's get some crit rate on her. Let's get some crit damage on her. You know, your Nyx, you really want her slapping. It's a couple weeks from now. We've got a lot better gear. Like this weekend, we're going to make a few more 6-star champions. We're really going to hit the gear raids. Yeah, I'm going to start thinking about crit rate. But at this beginning point, you just want to think about those 1, maybe 2 stats on each champion. So we've done a lot of talk about damage dealers. Let's quickly talk about healers. So for certain kind of healers, it's the exact same thought process, right? What's the stat that someone like Lightlock, an attack-based healer's healing is going to scale off of? Well, it's the caster's attack right here. The target's HP, but not his. It's his, the caster, his attack. So we go on here. He's not wearing my best gear in the world at all, but attack percentage, attack and attack percentage. He's got the set going for another 10%. Again, it just happened to work out that way. Attack percentage with some attack speed, attack percentage, and then attack percentage, right? We got a huge flat HP roll, kind of nice, so he's not the most weak guy ever because we want a little tankiness in our healers. We need them to stay alive and heal everyone. But yeah, it's that simple. And then really, you know, you can keep in mind, oh, let's get a little defense skills and HP when possible. But at the beginning, you don't need to be thinking about that. But the really easy ones is someone like Vortex. So again, not the best gear in the world, all completely broken sets, but he's an HP-based healer. I'll go to skills really quickly. Restores HP equal to 10% of max HP for all allies in range. HP-based healing, the caster's max HP. So I'm looking for HP. Big HP bonus, 24%. Big HP bonus, 20%. HP bonus main, plus 16 mythic piece with an HP bonus main. If I could get some flat HP or healing effect, is it nice? Sure, like this piece is quite nice for us, but that's, again, it's gravy. It's just something we lucked out with. So let's talk about tanks, and then let's talk about what I'm gonna call support units, which are not defined strictly in the game, but once I describe them, it will make sense. That's probably where the most nuance comes in, even early on. Okay, so let's sort by tanks. So I'm defenders, tanks, whatever you want to call them. You just want to stack some HP. If you can get some defense, is that great? Absolutely. But, you know, Baron, this is our main tank. We've got a ton of HP on him. We're talking, what does this come out to? Nearly 60K HP, right? Like 58,000 or something. So we got a defense set, coincidence, but we're just going for the HP percentage bonus, 17%. Flat HP with a big 2175. You can do some math here. That's like about 9% of his things. We're getting 9% plus 12%. That's like 21%. HP percentage main with a defense bonus, HP percentage main, right? You don't need to think too hard about it. Just make these guys tanky. You don't want them to die. With someone like Baron, it's pretty straightforward when you look at the kit. He's got a shield that scales at 90%. If I can get 90% of his max HP. And this is going to go to 100% if I can get another level 4 skill into him there. It's that simple. We did the exact same thing over here for Regulus, right? We did a very similar thing over here. It's not as good as gear, but the same idea over here for Livian, right? Okay, so that kind of covers the simplest. I think it's really simple. Please let me know if you have any questions at all. We are going to wrap up now with what I'm going to call support units. So what are support units? Well, these are units that, yes, they might be classified as mage or marksman, but their purpose is not damage dealing. They're obviously not a tank. They're like a ranged unit. And then they're obviously not a healer. They don't have a healing function. So their job is to spam some skill to help you guys out. So I'm talking about champions like Laurel, who I don't have, or an example who all of us have. She's a mage, but Mari, right? So Mari, really low base attack, right? So look at Mari there. She's 1197 base attack at 5 stars, fully promoted, right? Compare her to I, who's at more base attack already, at not even full promotion, only 4 stars, right? She's 10 levels less, not full 1 star less, and 2 levels of promotion less. It just goes to show you, Mari, yes, she's listed as a mage, but not all mages, not all these people. That mage does not always equate to damage dealer. It's the same thing for a champion like Laurel. So what is Mari's thing? So this is where a little nuance comes in. Check the kit out. So big AoE, so you think AoE, okay, it's damage, and it does say AoE damage, but that's not the point. The point is, blah, 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 attack per sec, who cares, to all enemies in range and inflicting them with freeze. What does freeze do? Frozen, unable to act. She's a crowd control champion. That's her role. So yes, this is like, I guess, a hybrid. Like, they're helper champions. They do some crowd control. They do some support, boosting your other champions' functions, right? So for her, we just want her going. We want this ultimate happening as much as possible. So what do we need? Rage regen, right? But then if we look at her A1, she inflicts slow on her A1. So there we need attack speed. So all I want on her, so I said sometimes you might even early on have to think about 2 stats. I want her regenerating her ultimate as fast as possible. So we need rage regen, and I want her spamming attacks. She's a spammer champion. On her A1, I want her slowing champions down as much as possible. So rage regen with a huge monstrous attack speed roll. This was very fortunate. This is the only gold secondary I've ever had, but that's crazy. We'll talk about that in 1 second. And then attack speed, and then HP with attack speed. Then here we have a rage regen set. I did go for the set here because I don't care about stats except for attack speed or rage regen. I didn't have any rage regen subs. I don't even know if you can get them on these pieces, but there we go. We got some attack speed. So she's got some mighty high rage regen and then some super high 397 total attack speed. I want to quickly talk about this thing here, guys. Secondary stats, even like they will roll the same unless you start getting the ancient gear. They have just the same likelihood that you get this 95 attack speed roll, which is super unlikely. I got really lucky that you get it on a blue piece or a red piece, right? So once you get that, this piece is going to hang out on my account like for so long. Because let's compare. This is a secondary stat. It's a substat. It's not a main stat. It's not a primary stat. 95 attack speed. Compare that to her main stat on legendary gear plus 12. It's only 106. So what is that? 11 points of difference, right? That's so significant. This is so valuable. So don't sleep on pieces again just because of the color, just because of the broken set, this, and this. Key in on what is this champion? Are they a damage dealer? Are they an attack damage dealer? Almost certainly. Are they a tank? Do they need HP? Almost certainly. Like, duh. Are they a healer? Do they scale off attack versus HP? Load them with that. Or are they kind of this spammer support helper champion that needs to go a lot, right? I'll give you one more quick example. One of my favorite champions in the game. So she's a healer and she has a heal, but we don't care about that at all. What champion is that going to be? That's going to be Autumn. So she's a rare champion. Anyone can get her. You can see I barely ever built, right? It's because I don't care about her stats, right? I have awakened her, but what am I getting from awakening? Attack, HP, healing effect. I don't care about her healing. I don't care about her base stats, anything. I just care about her skills and I want them to happen as much as possible. Her A1 is a heal. It's like nothing. It's attack based. I don't care about her heal. It's not good. What I care about is this. Crit damage increase to all allies in range, except for her, but we don't care. We're not putting any stats on her. And it's crazy. 60% increase once you skill it up. That's huge. At a cost of 800, huge initial starting costs. She starts with 400. You can just spam this out and then big boost to crit damage for everyone in the range. You couple that with her passive when the ultimate Gold Maples boon here is active. Also grants a crit rate increase, which is 30% when you skill her up. So this is a champion. Yes, it says healer, but you don't want to stack attack. You don't want to stack HP. I hope I have her geared. You want rage regen. You want rage regen. You want rage regen. You want rage regen and rage regen, the set. And again, this is a simpler spammer to build, right? Because her A1 is just a heal that's not going to do much for us. We don't care about that. We care about the crit damage from her ultimate and then the passive working with the ultimate to give the crit rate. It's that simple, guys. Let me know if you have any questions. I know I might have gone kind of fast. I just want to get as much information out as possible. I wanted this video to be close to about 20 minutes. I think we got there. But yeah. I think that wraps it up. You should see a big change coming to the account after this weekend. I'll just show you guys. I'm so excited. You have no idea. We have Corridor of Glory coming up, which is a level up, star up, promote event. And we have so much energy saved. 41 pots. I will definitely, I'll buy some more right now. I'm just going to save enough for 1 10 pull worth of these for summons. And I will quickly say, because this video is coming out Thursday night, tomorrow, Friday at 4 p.m. Wait, let me do the math. 4 p.m. Eastern time, 8 p.m. UTC, and 10 p.m. Central European time. I'm using those so you have references for your different time zones. I will be live on Twitch doing polls for myself and for viewers. I hope you guys join me, get in on that. We're gonna have a ton of fun. But yeah, we are gonna be so ready for this event. 44 pots now. I'll get that up to like 50. And we are going to grind and get some of these champions up. Then we're going to get some more 6-stars. We're going to get into gear raid. We're going to have way better gear. And then we will graduate from this style of gearing and we'll get into, okay, sure, he's HP, he's a tank. We need HP, but he needs to be tanky and get some defense too. Okay, she's a damage dealer. She needs attack, but she really should be critting more. Things like this. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I really hope this was helpful. Let me know again if you have any comments or questions, and I'll see you in the next one.
Fastidious.